Hello everyone and welcome to episode 7 of Dimos' Let's Play. Just been working on a new room here. It's kind of mundane, it's just gonna be another square box. Decided with the basalt brick floor. I might even change this room to basalt brick so it's a bit different. But that looks good for now, and just goes out into there, and I'll put doors there eventually. But I'm ready to upgrade a few of these machines. Where'd I put it? Taking some coal dust, and just gonna make some carbon mesh because I need another advanced machine block. Because I want to upgrade this compressor. In the meantime, though, my tree tap has been breaking, and you know what? It's about time I upgrade to electric one. Just like the electric wrench, thing like that, electric tree tap. Yeah, tree tap. And it works on electricity, and it can run off my backpack. I went mining a bit more. I added another chest. This is a silver chest. But I'll use it, so it's not that much. I'll be moving into this room soon. But just got that. And are you done yet? Okay. So to make our advanced machine block, like so. Take our electric wrench and go into, make sure it's lossless. Take you off. Takes a good deal of your backpack, so might want to recharge that. And I'm gonna put the compressor with the advanced machine block in obsidian, and we get the singularity compressor. If we get a lever, we can turn it on. And look. And it goes up 4 pounds per square inch. And there we go, the singularity compressor. Now one thing that the advanced machines can do that normal machines can't, like this extractor, is it can accept medium voltage. Our bat box here admits low voltage, but pretty soon I'm going to be changing that. I've noticed that these machines are taking up aren't really keeping up. I'll put a stack of things to mass raid and a few things to cook up here, and the internal buffers will go down, which means that this can't supply enough power for this whole line of machines. So we're going to need to upgrade this. But in order, if we don't, but this machine, at least, our extractor, can't accept high voltage, or medium voltage, so it will blow up. So it's not a good idea to have medium voltage lines on your thing. But, just to get started, let's build a thing. Make sure we're at maximum, or we'll just keep that there until, wait, blah. So we're going to build something called an MFE. It's an upgraded version of the bat box. It can hold more power, and it is a bit more expensive as well. It will cost us 4 diamonds. Fortunately, I'm not hurting too badly for diamonds, but we're also going to need some gold cabling. Gold can accept medium voltage current as well, so we're going to be using it for that. And it has a much higher power loss than other types of wiring, like the copper, but not the least. And you can actually insulate it up to twice, and that's what we're going to do. And we'll eventually use all this gold cabling. And if we take our diamonds, and we take some redstone, and surround our diamonds in redstone, we get something called an energy crystal. It's like an upgraded version of a battery that can hold up to 100,000, I think, instead of just 10,000. Although it can only be charged in an MFE or higher, and used in some tools. So we put our energy crystals like this, and some gold cabling like that, and I mix up the recipe. Like that, we get the MFE. Let's place it down. And place you right there. And you'll start charging up with power. So let's take out this, because we can't, what I'm about to do won't be able to take that current. We'll just put in this gold for now. It won't lose power over 1. And we're going to just take our wrench, and we'll click once, so trust me, the dot is facing up. and we're going to just drain all the power in our bat box up into the MFE. But we're going to need but the still problem persists that this won't be able to accept medium voltage. Nor will copper cabling can only accept medium voltage as well, low voltage. So we're going to need to fix that. And we're going to make a transformer. A transformer, okay, first I need to explain how something works. Pretty much, industrial craft energy is sent out in packets. If you look at your that box, it will send you out in 32 EU packets. If you look along here, these each expend 2 EU per packet. But this cabling can only take 3 EU maximum. But, well, you might say, oh, but there's 20 EU flowing through these cablings. But you must remember that it's going in 2 EU packets. So it's, instead of going 20 through this cabling, it's actually 2 EU packets. So pretty much what that transformer does, it takes, this is going to be the low, which changes medium voltage to low voltage. It will take our 128 EU packets and break them down into 32 EU per packets, but 4 of them. And it's just built like this. Pretty simple. You have wood on the corner, copper in the middle, and copper cabling up top. You need the LV transformer. The side with the 3 dots, that's where the higher voltage is. So that's where our medium voltage will go in. And these dots are all where it explains the lower voltage. Oop, and you see our capacitors are losing energy since our bat box isn't really taking anything. So let's remove this wire so we don't accidentally blow up our machines if we put it in incorrectly, and just pick that up. Did we pick? Yep, bat box. We're pretty much going to be retiring with this for now. I might find a use for it later, but probably not. Oh, not you. Or not you. You. I also found some tainted crystals, the last type of crystal I hadn't found. I did that while I was mining. If we put this in there, okay, 3 dots on top. Let's attach the wire here, and hope for that this thing does not explode. Oh wait, this isn't facing down. Now let's hope it doesn't explode. It doesn't work. Our internal capacitors are filling up, and we have a lot more energy available to us. And that's how you upgrade your stuff to an MFE. Pretty cool. So another thing we're going to need to do is probably eventually want to upgrade this extractor to a advanced machine. But that's a bit more in-depth thing. So we need something called a centrifuge extractor. But it requires something called electrolyzed water cells. And, you know, if you look at NEI, it really does have a recipe. I'll show you how to get them. What we're going to need is something called the... I can't remember the name. Electrolyzer. Yeah. It makes electrolyzed water cells. So cook up some iron here. And we're going to use... We're going to need some tin. If you put tin in a 4 like this, you get empty cells. These are kind of like containers that industrial craft uses. Like you can get uranium cells and get different like coolant cells. But we're looking for electrolyzed water cells. And if we can fill up with water, and we'll need 7 that you saw. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 water cells. And the rest of them we won't need. But 2 of them can remain, since those are using the recipe. We're also going to need some cabling, more than that. Might as well take all the copper and got rubber. And if we take our stuff and make a electronic circuit, like you've seen many times before, and we'll see many times more, just plop them all together, and a machine block. And we put them like this. I think it's something like this. And empty cells. You get the electrolyzer. This acts as sort of a buffer, like an expanded inventory or power supply for either an MFE or an MSFU. If you put water cells in here, it will transvert once it's at 75% power or more, so it'll take a while for this to fill up before it works. And it will slowly put the energy into water cells, and they'll move over to here as electrolyzed water cells. So you can kind of use this as a buffer to like increase the storage output of your MFE/MFSU. But we're going to need to just get the electrolyzed water cells. And we'll leave it in there. It'll be a while before we get enough for it to upgrade this machine, but might as well just get it started there. I'll be back once I'm ready for the next thing that I want to build for this. Okay, just finished up the roof of this room and the rest of the walls. Looking pretty good. I'll have to figure out the lighting since it's a bit larger room, but that'll probably be a different episode when I do some like red power lighting or something. Looking pretty good. And I'm probably going to want to start moving some of my chests over. But before that, here's just like a fun little overpowered tool that I kind of want to get. Also semi in like, it's kind of makes sense since, well, today, or last night I should say, I got Portal 2 on Steam for like really cheap, $5. So, let's get a portal gun. This is from the portal gun mod. It's in many ways considered overpowered, but it's fun. It's like that? Yeah. The portal gun. Very cool. Very, thing. Right click. Or, you left click, you create a blue portal. Right click. Orange portal. You can just go through it. And wherever you want. It can go pretty far too. Like if we say want to go all the way up there. Orange portal up there. And walk through. Oh, we're all the way up here. No problem. Click R and you'll R will reset your portals. There's also a few other things. If you press G on it, you can pick up a block. Not all blocks can be picked up, like chests and stuff. But you can do that. It can also be used to pick up animals, if I could find one. Which will be very nice when I get like an animal farm going. Pick up this cow over here. G. Whee! Carrying a cow. Pretty cool. And combined with this, it will make a handy home teleport system. Which I think I'll build this episode, since my storage room, I think I need a bit more resources, and it'll be nice to have a handy teleport back to my house for when I'm mining. I'll be back once I have all the materials I need for this. Okay, I hope I have everything I need, but I'm just going to climb up here to the top of this hill. Because I'm thinking of having like a little shrine or like oracle type building up here. And at the top, where I can just teleport into and I can like have a nice large view of all my buildings I'm doing. Where's the very top I can go to here? And also look at like at the valley and stuff. What would be a good point? It's like that's taller, but it's a bit further away than I might want. Found a weird hill. That's bothering me. Floating islands, meh. We're not in Mistcraft yet. Then we can have floating islands. And they're cool. Yeah, that's not going to work for me. How about right here? I'm going to build up a small area here, probably with marble brick. It's just kind of like my favorite building material at this point. Maybe I'll do stone brick. Just a pure stone brick structure. Alright, I'll be back once I have it built up. Alright, that's a pretty good base, I'm thinking. Something you might not know is that from red power, if you take stone bricks and put them like that, you can get the concentric square or square brick stone brick type, which I kind of like to look at. I think I'll just put. Not sure how I want to do this exactly yet. Wait, I'll be back once I got something built up that I like. Okay, I'm liking that. As kind of like the step off of here and come down here. Because I'm planning on building a lot more down in this area rather than just over here. Okay. The torches up here will be temporary. I'm thinking of something better, but I don't quite have the materials for that yet. But let's get building to the actual functional part of this. The first essential part that we'll need of this is called the portal spawner. It's just built like this. Portal spawner. This will create a portal of a certain color that you choose when it receives a redstone signal. But how are we going to get that redstone signal? Well, this is how. If we don't forget some smooth stone, which we can actually get to down there fairly quickly, just throw a portal down there, throw a portal down there, we just grab a bit of smooth stone. I think we'll need 5, if I recall correctly. And we can reset the portal, because that's where we're building. Alright, this is going to be another one of those red power-like recipes, but it's not technically red power. This is wireless redstone chicken bones, which is a red power plug-in, which gives it a lot of the red power-like recipes. And we're going to need 2 stone wires, kind of like we did with the timer. But one of the things we're going to need is called a Rether Pearl. These are kind of like your transmitter type components, and they require glowstone, ender pearl, and redstone. You get the Rether Pearl. We're also going to need some of these things called obsidian sticks, just 2 pieces of obsidian. If we put our Rether Pearls on obsidian sticks, we get a wireless transceiver. A lot of components to this. Then we need a button. If we take a button, wireless transceiver, we can get a wireless remote. And this will allow us to pulse wireless frequencies. Very nice. But we need something to receive the signal. So we get a stone bowl, just built like that. Then you put the wireless transmitter in the stone bowl, you get a receiver dish. A receiver dish. You just put your wafers down there in your receiver dish, and you get the wireless receiver. Let's install this. And we're just going to go down and dig right down here. And tear up the floor. And then we're going to place it right here, because we're going to have our portal spawner right here. We want this to go right there. Take our screwdriver, put it up, and when we right click it, we can set which frequency to it set to. We're going to do advanced. We're going to want to set this to, let's just say frequency 1. That's a good one. And we'll call this home teleport, because that's what it will be. Set name. And now we can remember that home teleport is on frequency 1. You can really have a ton of different frequencies, and it will keep track of them if you name them, so you can remember what they all are. Because by the end of like this, I'll be using a lot of them, and I won't remember. Then we just put our portal spawner up here, and we'll just say the orange portal, and close portal when redstone power is cut. We'll say yes. Okay, so now we take our wireless remote. And we need to set this to the same frequency as that, number 1, to activate this portal. And you can also right click whenever you want to edit it. And if we shift right click, we can open up a very similar interface, but this will be what frequency it transmits over. And we want home teleport. Cool. And we can just escape out of that. So now we know that it's on the frequency home teleport, which is why you now have this name of home teleport. So now if we ever right click this, oops, no, it will open up that portal. So say we had send a portal down there, right click it, it will open for us. And that'll happen wherever we are in the world. Okay, there's a few more things we need to work on, but just to test this out, say we go all the way over there. We'll set a portal down. Oh, I don't think that worked. Also, if you middle click your mouse wheel while in the portal gun, you'll zoom in like that. Oop. we're all the way over here. I reset my portal. We just throw down a blue portal, activate the redstone timer, and blue. We're back up here. Very nice. Also very nice when you're mining and you say you get lost in your mine, and hey, you can get back. Oop. Ow. Ooh. That isn't good. And I know how to fix that. Except for the fact that my items are everywhere now. I'll be back once I rearrange my inventory. Okay. With that mistake, it's time for another portal gun mod item. And if you know the Portal game, they have something called long fall boots, which pretty much allows them to fall and not take damage. We'll need some iron and some obsidian. Just make sure my thing knows obsidian. Just put them like this. You'll need 2 of them because you have 2 feet. We get a long fall boot. Put them together. Long fall boots. And these will negate all fall damage. Pretty cool. So now, if we go up there again, normally we should be taking damage. But hey, we're not. Because of our long fall boots. Yay! No more pesky fall damage. You might say that's a bit overpowered, but really throw in some of the other mod items, that like things like the 7 League boots and boots in the meteor, static boots that like do a bunch of other really nice effects. And you're really, for your boots, you have to choose which effect you want, and by having no fall damage, you're sacrificing like moving very, very fast, or charging up your backpack while you go. So, it's a price you pay. Let's see how this is doing. Oh, it's charging up, and we got 5 of these electrolyzed water cells. Very nice. Alright, the next thing we want to do is make sure that this chunk, chunk never unloads. If you know how chunks work in Minecraft, is that in single player, once you load up a chunk by like going near it, and you know a chunk is a 9x9 area, it will remain loaded until you log out. Multiplayer is slightly different, but it's mostly the same. But if you log out and log back in, it will only load the chunks around you. And if it's not loaded, then things like machines won't run, or your wireless receiver won't pick up information. Something that isn't very good. This typically isn't a problem in vanilla Minecraft, since you usually don't have as many machines, although farms won't grow and the like. But there's a few mods that we can do to help do that. But one of them is from the additional Buildcraft Objects mod. It is called the Teleport Tether. It's built with a lapis and iron around it, and pretty much what this does is that you place it in the world, and it will make sure that a few chunks in the area will always remain loaded, even if you aren't in it. When you load up your world, it will remain up. The chunk it's in will remain loaded. And we just place that there, and this will make sure our base is loaded. Let's place one up at our wireless base up there. Put you there. Okay. And we're set. And we'll just place it down right there. No one ever knows it's there. If you click F9, you can see all the chunks that you're currently loading. Let's get a bit lower and then click F9. You see I think it's like a 3x3 area of chunks. And this area will always remain loaded no matter where I am, no matter if I log in and out, but this area will always remain loaded, which is what I want, because I always want to be able to get back here. So, this is very nice. And we'll pretty much be, functionally, this is done. We can get back here whenever I want. Well, yeah, we can get back here, but whenever I want, since really, sorry viewers, but you really don't control when my, individual decisions of where I go. But, well, you can leave it in the comments and suggest stuff, but really, I'm the ultimate tank. Long fall boots, yay. 1 second. So I'm out here with my chainsaw, and I want some grass, believe it or not. And since chainsaw also acts as shears, you can just pick up grass. Let's get a bit more. And that should be about enough. Because, you know what? This is just like kind of like a finishing thing. It kind of like is more of a aesthetic thing. Sorry about that. Had to grab that. More of a aesthetic thing. Where was I? And we're just gonna decompile some coal here. Okay, lost my train of thought. Sorry about that. It's more of an aesthetic thing for this build. It's not functional. We can turn that off. But it is from the Runic Dusts mod. The first component is, this is like going to be, Runic Dust mod is all these different runes that have various effects. I'm not even quite sure, but it all requires this Runic Dust. And this is the earliest kind. You have like pretty much almost any plant matter and some charcoal. You get plant Runic Dust. And this will be the basics of what we need. We're also going to need a book. And we're going to do our first rune here, up on that temple thing that we did. Shrine, altar, teleport. If you take a book, you put some plant runic dust, you get the Runic Tome. If you shift right click, you can open it up, and it'll show you all the different stuff. And right click and left click to go through the book. This is what we want, the torch room. Normally, you'll just get a torch, which isn't that great for the tiny thing. But we want one flint to get the beacon rune. Pretty much how to read one of these recipes is that if it's purple, that means that it can be used in any runic dust. Typically, the higher level the runic dust, the better the effect will be. But for this one, I don't think it makes much of a difference. And there's a bunch of different these runes, and they do a bunch of different things. But we'll get to those in a bit. But this requires a sacrifice, a piece of flint, to be able to do the beacon rune. Some things require sacrifices, such as EXP, hunger, various items, and really it's kind of like you're paying the price for the effect. And let's go up here. I'll show you how to make the other runic dusts later. And why are we going to put it right here? Now if we take our plant runic dust, it'll change into, you can put up to a 4x4 square on a block, so up to 16 pieces of dust. And we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of like the recipe was. And you can like left click it to take up the dust. But now we got that there. We're going to take our flint. And we're going to throw it at it. Now you see it's kind of shaking there. And I can't normally I'd pick it up at this point. But it's not doing that too well. It's shaking there. That means it's successfully on there. If you right click it, it'll, with our Runic Tome, we'll activate the rune. Bam. Now we got this beacon going up that we can really see from almost anywhere. And it kind of makes sense since it's our teleport from anywhere else that we can have this beacon that we can see from really far away. I think it looks pretty cool. Try to get pretty far away. Here. Let's go all the way over there. See if we can see it. And see, we can see it from all the way over here. Pretty cool. I think it looks pretty cool. We can always see. It reminds me of the game Black and White. Your temples would kind of be like this. So, that's pretty cool. How's the taint area over here going? I don't think it's spreading too much more, but it might be. Actually, I think it might be spreading further. This might not be good. I'll probably have to clean up here eventually. But, I don't know. Another tainted artifact there. Don't want Yeah, this is definitely spreading. So, as a point of reference, let's go here. And we'll look at the mini-map there. And we'll say that, hey, that's about maybe a fourth of the map that it can cover. Let's move to the corner here. Yeah, that's about a fourth of the mini-map there. One quadrant. Now we'll see if it we'll come back here later and I'll see if it's expanded any further. Because if it is, I'm probably gonna want to get Thaumcraft in like high gear and start pumping the taints out of this area so it doesn't expand and ruin this entire valley. Let's go back home and I'm liking that. That's been fairly successful. And jump down. Thanks for long fall boots. And get ready to do our next thing. Our electrolyzed water cells are done, but I'll probably hold off on upgrading this till probably next episode. So, you won't get that. But the next thing we're going to do is probably just put those in there. Get ready to move all our stuff. Typically, I go with 7 chests, and I usually have a set order of things I always do for those chests, in terms of what I place in them. But what wall do I want them on? I was planning on having like a forest room back there. I kind of want them close to there. I think this wall would work. Yeah, kind of like that. Let's go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that works well. Let's get a bunch of wood. We're going to want to make 7 signs to correspond with everything that we're placing in these. So many signs. This first one in this wall I always put as other. Probably should start on the other side. This will be stone, cobblestone, basalt, and marble. This one will be sand, dirt, gravel, and glass. Bars, not bard. Put all your bards in there. Bards and minstrels, yes. Bars, ingots. I like that. Bards, minstrels. Bars and minerals, bars and minstrels, whatever. This will just be generic mining products, like your diamonds, your redstone, all that. This will be for forestry, buildcraft, industrial craft, and railcraft, and Steve's carts, but we haven't really gotten to any of those. This final one will be equivalent exchange, red power, and Thaumcraft. Okay, that's pretty much how I'll do it. We got 3 chests here. What do we have a lot of in terms of a specific type of stuff? I don't have a lot of anything. Give me a minute. Okay, for now, I'm gonna have to just go with basic chests. Not too bad. I'm definitely gonna want to upgrade in the future, but oh well. I need 4 more basic chests. And hopefully this will be enough room to transfer everything. I'll definitely go mining a lot more between this episode. I've just been using a lot of iron, been extracting all that. Got 21 iron left. Don't have much copper, so I can't go to silver chests. Don't have much silver either, only 36. I've been going mining nearly as much as I do on these other worlds. And time to pop up that. And make a mess. I'll be back once I've transferred everything to that other room. Alright, see you in a bit. Okay, I think that's everything transferred. It's definitely a tight fit. And I think that's probably a pretty good wrapping up point for this episode. I know it's a bit shorter than normal. But I actually have to be here somewhere in a few minutes. So, yeah. I'll might do a little bit longer tomorrow. But I think it turned out pretty good. We got our spawn back there, which will help mining. Between this episode and next, I'll probably be doing a good amount of mining. Upgrade those all to at least iron. I might do silver, depending on how much copper I find. Because you can't go. I think you might be able to, and I kind of want to conserve copper. I don't know, but I'll upgrade these up to some iron chests. Probably not beyond gold because I haven't shown you that, and I probably don't want to spend diamonds. But I'll upgrade those chests, and I'll get ready to upgrade that centrifuge extractor. I'll jump right into that, and maybe even get started on the sorting system. And I realized that I forgot to put on logistics pipes, so I'll be plugging that in between this episode and next too. When I have a huge file folder of mods, you can sometimes forget, like, Passover on accident. But I'll just plug that in. On my test instance, it worked out fine, so no config files need to be changed or anything when you plug it in. Alright, this has been Demosthenes for episode 7 of its Let's Play, and I'll see y'all later.